Welcome back to the EchoVideo podcast. I'm your host, Hunter Tapley. Joining me as always is Bart. Bart, we took last week off after Halloween. It was a little bit not stressful. I'm glad we did. Didn't really plan to take last week off, but then I realized how much editing I had to go through, and I'm glad we took it off. So, how was your Halloween? Did you get up to anything? How's your Halloween weekend? How was your Halloween weekend?
It was actually, I think, one of the most eventful ones I've had in a while. So the Friday, which was like the 29th, I went to go see that Nosferatu show that I told you about, where like the 100-year anniversary with like the full live orchestra, which is actually really cool. They had a whole Czech orchestra there. That was a lot of fun. Got to see my old roommates again. And then the day after that, Miranda and I went to the farmer's market, dressed up in, she was the Cheshire Cat and I was the Mad Hatter, and we kind of entered into this little competition at the market there. Didn't win, but it was a lot of fun.
You should have been one of the gray aliens. From one of the Area 51 aliens. You wouldn't have even had to put on a lot of makeup. You would have just had to do a bald cap and you would have won.
I would have looked more like a fucking Auschwitz survivor.
I'm just fucking with you. Oh my god, Jesus!
Happy Halloween.
Hopefully, no one caught that one.
Just under the breath. And then Sunday, Miranda and myself and two of our older roommates, we went to Scream Park, which was actually a lot of fun. So it's basically this big outdoor maze where it's kind of like Halloween Haunt, essentially, where they have like people chasing you and scaring you, and you have to make it through these different like districts, scary districts.
Okay.
And
that sounds fun.
Yeah, it was a good time. How about you? Anything exciting?
No, not really. I was looking at McDonald's. McDonald's promised to do the fucking bring back the boo buckets.
McDonald's line.
And then I went to McDonald's, and then I went on the 18th because they said they were releasing on the 18th, and then I read that they weren't doing them in Canada until the 28th. Or maybe it was the 29th. It was the Friday. I went back on the Friday, nothing there. Somebody said, "Oh, Tim Hortons has Halloween buckets." Went to Tim Hortons, fucking dick all there. I was like, "Great, fuck you." Now I've had McDonald's twice and Tim Hortons once, and I've got no Halloween buckets to show for it. So I was very upset about that. But
I just feel sick.
Friday didn't really get up to too much. Hung out, watched a couple movies. Saturday went to a Halloween party, and I was a vampire, and my girlfriend was a vampire hunter, and there was a whole bunch of other exciting stuff that unfortunately I can't mention. There was some family issues and fighting and yelling, and then it was pretty funny, so we were caught in the middle of that. At the party, the one thing that was funny that I'm going to take some credit for was everyone was like, "Oh, let's watch a horror movie. Oh, what do we want to watch?" And then someone immediately shouted out, "Hunter does not get to pick the movie." And I was like, you know me too well.
They figured you out.
The Cannibal Holocaust would have been right on that screen the second somebody let their guard down.
In 4K, full display.
4K for everyone to see.
Happy Halloween.
But
they didn't allow you, eh? You had to go for...
They didn't allow me to watch. Yeah, they didn't allow me to pick the movie because they know I would have picked something just foul or awful.
Offside,
but
yeah. What'd you end up watching then?
Oh, we ended up watching Nightmare on Elm Street.
Not bad. Oh yeah, we were just talking about that.
Classic. Yeah.
Oh man, I forgot to mention at the Scream Park thing, to go into it, you had to like army crawl underneath this big, I don't know, like the fucking water sack that pushes you down like you're being rebirthed. Do you remember that from Tough Mudder? Yeah. And we almost died in there.
Dude, I remember at the end, I was crawling out, my pants were falling off, and someone was pulling me out, and I was like, "Hold on, my fucking pants are coming off."
You're coming out fresh out of the womb, completely naked.
Dude, I can't believe we finished first out of your whole family because we hadn't trained or done anything, and then we also skipped 2 activities.
Yeah, but the lines were ever so dumb.
Yeah, one was by accident, but the line was fucking insane. So we were just like, let's just continue
Oh yeah,
on.
do you remember that one where we walked by and it's like, oh, we'll probably circle around to that and come back to it, and then we're like 20 minutes off when we look back at it, and it's like, I don't know if we're gonna come back to that one.
The log carry. I remember like the first half of that race, I felt so awful, and then then like we finished, and I felt like I was like the middle half I was okay, then the ending I was just very very exhausted, and then the next day I almost died.
I don't think I left my bed. I remember my knees. I still have pictures. Were completely shredded, like someone took a fucking
Yeah,
cheese
dude.
grater on them, man.
I remember
I'm surprised there's still bone there.
I remember like going up. There was like the ramp you run up and grab the dude's hand and like they pull you up like the half pipe ramp.
Mm.
I remember that, and I remember looking at the ground and there was just blood and dirt all over, and I was like, "Oh, what about AIDS?"
It's the fucking trenches.
That's what I was
Jeez.
fucking worried about. I didn't care about anyone else. I was like, "Oh, I don't want AIDS, man."
A
But
fresh dose of Ebola, right off
yeah,
the
it wasn't.
fucking ground.
I remember that. Tough Mudder was fun though.
That's
Um,
fun.
you know what I actually didn't know until literally today, earlier today. Did you know
What's that?
Gotham Knights came out? The game?
Yeah, I heard a bunch of people were upset about it because it got capped at 30 FPS instead of 60.
Oh wow. Well, I didn't
So,
even know. I thought that was coming out next year.
oh shit.
So I was just like, I was looking around on the internet at games coming out. I was looking, and then I was like, Gotham Knights came out? What the fuck? I thought that was next year. And then I saw that, yeah, people were upset about it. I really had no issue. Like, I don't know. I don't really want to play it now. It seemed like it looked like they kind of took what was great about Arkham Knight or like the Arkham games and then just fucking dumbed it down, which is kind of a piss off.
Yeah, and I think it's primarily intended to be like a co-op game, so like the Division, I
It's
think.
like, yeah, well, not even like the
Right?
Division. It's primarily co-op, but it's like all that RPG shit, and then eventually you get to a part where it's like you need to be level 28 to get to this level, and
Oh
you're
yeah.
level 13, so you got to go grind. Apparently, the combat's not really fun, which is a
Man.
bummer. The
Especially
only,
for an Arkham game, yeah.
yeah, the only real game I'm excited about is the Callisto Protocol.
Ooh, yeah.
Other
That
like
looks fun.
honestly, there's not a lot of games this year. Like, I mean, Pokemon Violet and Scarlet, not like I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
kind of, but kind of by default. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't a fan of Sword and Shield. I mean, they look promising, but at this point, Pokemon's kind of not really holding the magic that it had back when I was a
Mm.
kid. But who
Yeah, I
knows?
feel
I
that.
mean, those games they look okay, but I don't know. I'm gonna wait until I'm gonna hold my breath. Sonic was it Sonic Frontiers?
Yeah,
I
I got
have
a new
no
trailer
idea.
too.
I have no idea about that game, man. Sonic's been fucking riding the low horse since
Yeah.
fucking '06. So not really getting excited. And I mean, God of War looks great, but who the fuck has a PS5? So
Yeah,
not
honestly.
playing that for a bit.
I
So.
still can't find it anywhere.
Dude, I fucking hate myself. I saw it in Huntsville at my Walmart, and I was fucking in the midst of buying a computer, and I was like, you fucking assholes.
Damn.
Like, of all the times, dude, if this happened like a month ago, I would have bought it hands down. And I was so fucking pissed, and I was like, I should have fucking bought it. I should have bought it, man. I'm so pissed I didn't.
I lucked out with my Xbox. They just had a random Series X there at the Walmart a day before my birthday. Miranda and I were just gonna go get some chips and stuff, and there it was.
I got lucky. I got a one-off GameStop on
Oh,
the
yeah.
internet. Luckily, I mean, I think the thing with Xbox was that they were really, really like they had a lot of parts. Because I remember the main thing was there was a part shortage because of China, some issue with China, so a lot of the consoles couldn't get made. But Xbox made it was I think Xbox had like a lot of the pieces in like kind of easy to make, where the PS5 had a part that was like fucking the Ark of the Covenant. You couldn't fucking find the fucking bitch. So you had to like go half like so then like they were really affected by part shortages. And now I haven't seen one, and they sell
No.
out so fast, right? So I mean, Xboxes I've seen because, I mean, they're a little bit easier to make, and I guess I've read they're pretty big selling console. Like, I think they were, like, the biggest selling console in Japan, which was weird.
Yeah, normally that's PlayStation. Or
Yeah,
Nintendo,
so-
isn't it?
Nintendo or PlayStation, yeah,
Yeah.
because they're both Japanese companies. But I think the Xbox is like the number one, like the Series X is the number one console in Japan, or at least was last time I checked. So
I think there were rumors of price increases too now to compensate for the shortage.
holy fuck.
Shit, yeah. But Xbox might do it too, because right now they're losing $200 per console they make, which is pretty nutty.
Well, that's with all consoles though.
Yeah.
They
You
lower
make
the
up for it on the
prices.
game. Yeah.
That's where they get you, yeah, right. So,
Yeah, especially with Game Pass, like easy money.
yeah, I mean, I like, honestly, the debate. I have no real preference. I think they're both great. Like, I think PlayStation and Xbox both have pros and cons. I just go back to Xbox because it's kind of like the comfort console, and Game Pass is unbeatable in my opinion. Like, they haven't fucking bought a game in like years, other than Nintendo.
Yeah, I know,
And-
man. Just the whole library just
Dude,
there. Don't even have to go
Ninten-
hunting in like the swap shops and stuff. You can just boop.
Nintendo's fucking dropping the ball, man.
Oh yeah.
They have so much potential to be the best selling console, the Switch. I don't want to get too far into it, but the Switch is such a fucking, like, where's Metroid Prime 4, Zelda 2, Pikmin 4 they just announced, no gameplay. All the directs, man, Nintendo directs are so fucking lackluster. Like, and I mean, honestly, it sucks because Nintendo could be fucking the number one console if they just had the right games, but they're just such a shitty run company. Like, they fucking do not like emulation. Why the fuck are we still trying to like put N64 games? Like, they're struggling to put N64 games, where if they put a game like GameCube games on the Switch,
Mm-hmm.
like if they put that fucking $20 for a GameCube game, I can guarantee you they would be fucking number one console again. But no, it's like, it's fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Pisses
And when
me
they do
off.
remaster them, it's like $70 because they had not Super Smash Bros. Mario Bros. They just remastered that, and that was like
Yeah.
still full retail price, like $90.
Yeah, what was the other? Link's Awakening.
Yeah.
I honestly, that's a Game Boy game. That's a remade Game Boy game from the ground up. So I'll give them that. I'm not paying full price for a Game Boy game,
Yeah.
man.
And he had a mystery dungeon that was like that too.
Dude, I was having the Mystery Dungeon craving like last night. I want to play it so bad. I want to play the DS ones, but I can't
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
play them. And they're like, Nintendo hates emulation, so it's like, hey Nintendo, I'd love to give you my money that I earned to play this game, and they're just like, no. So, oh, okay, fuck you then. Like, fucking idiots, man.
Yeah, man. So many lost opportunities there.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'll also get Scarlet and Violet, but I think that's the last Nintendo game I bought last time too. It was Sword and Shield, and I think it just goes for Pokemon releases now. I didn't play Arceus
Yeah.
though.
I played Arceus. Arceus was okay.
Yeah.
It was steps in the right direction, but it was just such an ugly game. Like, it was just so, like, graphically, it was so ugly. And I mean, I don't think, like, graphics definitely don't define the game, but I really didn't mind it. I thought it was kind of fun.
Mm.
But I think if Scarlet and Violet, I think this is going to be like the turning point for a lot of people, because
Yeah.
I think if they use what they did with Arceus and they mix it with the original core gameplay, they could have, honestly, probably a very good game. So
Mhm.
I have no idea this is going to be going one way or the other. I'm sure it will sell like crazy, but who fucking knows at this
Yeah.
point?
I have high hopes, but or not even high expectations, more like high dreams. But I don't really know what's gonna happen. But yeah, I'm gonna let you do your first take on this one, Hunter, since I recommended Kingdom of the Spiders. What did you
Kingdom of
think?
the Spiders. You are no longer allowed to pick the movie. You're banned.
Fuck you. All right, you know what? I'll admit there was a dud with the Jeffrey Dahmer. This one was pure gold.
This one was, dude. This was so. I didn't.
It was
hate
boring.
It was just boring, dude. There was no spiders until like fucking
No spiders.
an hour and 15 minutes into this movie, dude. And then I was like, I thought this was gonna be like giant spiders taking over a town or something. Like, I thought this was gonna be big, massive, scary spiders, but it was just a bunch of regular sized spiders. And my favorite was when they're like, "They're spiders, they're everywhere," and people are just running through the scene, not getting bit by spiders, just brushing them off. It's like, yeah, that's all you have to do. Like,
I was getting so annoyed with that inconsistency because they're talking about the spiders, like one pump of their venom is going to kill you. If 6 of them can bring down a whole bull, then one of them's going to kill you. But anytime they have to confront them, like the main characters,
they just brush them off.
They just brush them off, they pick them up, they carry them around. The scientist, when she first comes, after seeing the calf, like, was killed, and she's like, oh, it's a really high dosage of spider venom. And then that same night, she sees a spider in her room, and she's like, oh, what are you doing here? Picks it up, lets it walk on her hand, and then puts it out. Like, I don't know. So that was just really annoying. But then anytime anyone else got hit, they just dropped dead immediately.
This was obviously, like, clearly inspired, but it's Jaws, but with spiders, and not nearly as good. Like,
the mayor's even got the plan for the county fair. Right, gotta bring in the big bucks. You can't scare off the people.
Mm-hmm. Dude, it was just literally Jaws, but with with spiders, and instead
normal spiders.
Instead of being very, very good, it was just very, very boring.
Yep. Yeah. I did, honestly, the last half of the movie didn't make up for it. I would have liked to have just seen the last half of the movie, or at least the last half hour of it. But I did have more fun with it once the spiders actually became more of a threat, mostly because I was just so involved in, like, the animal cruelty that was happening on screen. That, I don't know, man, that's a lot of spider deaths. Apparently the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty of Animals, that's a mouthful, after this movie they didn't allow the use of tarantulas, or at least, like, killing tarantulas on set. So when Steven Spielberg released Arachnophobia, or wanted to make it, they had to use spiders that died of natural deaths and then use those as props for dead spiders.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy. So this movie ruined all the other movies that could have been good with spiders.
Yeah.
I mean, the only real selling point of this movie is William Shatner.
Mm-hmm.
And
the cover.
The cover, yeah. I will say the ending's pretty decent, but this could have been like a 15-minute movie, dude. There was, like, the ending half of the movie is pretty good, and I like the scene with all the chaos, the cars crashing into each other.
Yeah,
that was pretty fun. And the ending scene, I really, really liked the ending scene. I thought that was pretty scary, but, like, the opening half was so fucking long, and there was no real build-up with spiders. Like, there wasn't, like, the Jaws shot. Like, there was, but there wasn't enough of it to make them a real big threat, you know? Like, there was never, like, it was just goofy.
Yeah, going on that, it was a lot of character setup that didn't really pay off. It wasn't even that good character setup. It was kind of just like you're watching reality TV character setup. But, yeah, the whole threat that's built so well in Jaws is completely mitigated because everyone's supposed to be scared of these spiders, but you can just give them a flick and they're gone because they're normal spiders, and everybody can just do that. So, I don't know. It was kind of feel like they shot themselves in the foot there. Like you said, feel like it could have been trimmed to, like, a good 20 minutes. But honestly, I am impressed with the spiders. They did not cop out. They spent, what is it, $50,000 on 5,000 live tarantulas.
Yeah, crazy.
That's wild.
That's a lot of fucking spiders. What would be another spider movie? Tarantula from 1955. The only good, like, in giant...
Eight-Legged Freak.
Eight-Legged Freaks is awful.
I haven't seen it. My roommate actually recommended it to me. It's awful?
It's like a cheesy B movie. Like, it's made like that on purpose, so maybe it's up your alley. What was the other one? The better, like, I mean, if you want to, I mean, aside from spiders, you could watch Them with ants. That one's really good. I really like that one. Oh, Arachnophobia. That's a pretty good movie, too.
Yeah.
But
I haven't seen it. Have you seen it?
I've seen a bit of it. I haven't watched the whole thing, but from what I watched, I liked. I mean, I just fell asleep and haven't fucking been too eager to rewatch it, but...
These are hot endorsements on the spider movies.
Yeah, you know, a common fear shared among everyone. There's not a lot of, like, great spider movies.
That's fair.
Fucking eight-legged freaks, big-ass spider.
It was the extras though that freaked me out more so than the actual film. Was just like everybody lying with all these tarantulas fucking crawling over them and shit.
Yeah.
That was the actual unsettling part, and they're on their face and bleh, no thank you. That was the only scary part of the movie.
I honestly think the scene in the Beyond with the spiders was like way fucking scarier than this whole movie.
I was gonna make that same point. Yeah, the spider deaths are not even there really. They just kind of cause an inconvenience, and then people crash their car, or they light a fire.
Like the one thing was like you saw them wrapped up in webs. That was kind of eerie, but. And the final scene, I'll give him the final scene. The final scene was really good. At the end, it kind of zooms out and you see the whole town covered in spider webs. I thought that was really like that. Oh, it really is a kingdom of spiders. Like that's a pretty decent ending in my opinion. I thought that was cool. And then, other than that, not fantastic. I mean, I don't have too much to say. The horse looking was kind of funny.
The iconic horse looking. Yeah. Man, I saw that, immediately screenshotted it and sent it to you.
Dude, when I saw that, I wrote it down in my book. I said, that horse be looking. That was all I said.
He's always watching.
As soon as we see that one fucking horse eye. Oh, and dude, the pilot, when they're flying the pesticide, that pilot really started fucking shitting his pants. Like, he was not fucking calm.
Yeah.
Like, he just immediately saw a spider and starred screaming.
Fucking kamikaze the plane.
I was like, oh my god, dude, relax. Like,
oh man. And then when he's just crashed his plane into the barn and it's all on fire and like fucking everything's smoldering, and William Shatner kind of looks in and he's like, oh, he's dead. It's all over. No more pain. It's like, oh, okay.
So ridiculous, dude. So ridiculous.
Goodbye. Oh, man. Yeah.
I honestly don't have a lot to say about this. I don't want to be too fucking... I mean, I've been kind of shitty on a lot of... I've been shitty on a couple movies, but I don't want to be overly shitty. But this was like one of the times that I did not like an older movie.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty easy on older movies. People know that I take it a little easier on them, but this was not a very good movie. I don't personally recommend it. I do think it's a little boring for one final shot to be like, oh, that was kind of cool. I do think.
Yeah, if you watch like the last 25 minutes, like I said earlier, don't go in for the character setup. Just go in for the fun spider deaths, I guess. It disappointed me a little bit too, just because you can think of like 10 other movies that came out that same year probably that did it better. So, especially we've watched so many older movies now that are big passion projects and such, and like the production, people just kind of go nuts on it. So, I don't know, I felt a bit dull, really.
Yeah, I agree. It was kind of a... So you are now banned from picking the movie.
I've been banned from EchoVideo. Next week there's going to be someone else here impersonating me.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, but on a better scary note, Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities came out. Have you seen that?
Yeah, no, I haven't checked it out. I wanted to watch that.
Yeah, I was going to watch that too. One of the episodes is directed by Jennifer Kent, like Babadook.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
Dude, no,
that movie you recommended that movie, The Nightingale. There was so many fucking crying babies in that movie. I was like, there was that one scene, and I was like, bruh, just fucking beat its head in. Oh,
they did.
I was like, well, I mean,
right against the post.
In his defense, it stopped crying.
No.
I did not dude, it was so fucked. There was like every other scene, there was a crying baby. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Oh man, the worst part is when he hit the baby against the post, and then the baby wasn't dead yet, and then they stomped it to death. Honestly, retweet. Babies are annoying.
It was brutal. I didn't mind that movie. It was pretty good though. It was pretty decent. You know what? You know what I watched though? We didn't do our recommendation. I watched 2 movies that I would recommend. And you know what? Dude? One of them I didn't have a lot of hopes going into, but I honestly kind of think it was worth it. I liked the movie The Barbarian from 2020, from this year, dude. It was on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
I watched it, and I'll say this. I will spoil it a bit. Have you seen it?
No, I want to though. So not a big spoiler, please.
All right, I won't do a big spoiler. Oh fuck. Well, what I want to say is kind of a big spoiler, but
oh shit.
I will. Okay, well, I'll say this.
You know what? Just give it to me. Give it to me.
The opening half of the movie comes out gangbusters. Honestly, one of the best openings in horror. Like, I think it's like the first 20 minutes of the movie, first maybe 40 minutes. Probably one of the best openings of like in recent years of a horror movie. It was so good.
Yeah.
It was so much tension. Like, it really fucking built the tension up. I really didn't know where it was going. And then they hit you with this fucking bombshell, and you're like, holy fuck, where's it going to go? And then they cut, and all that tension just proceeds to be flushed down the toilet with fucking Justin Long's character. And I was like, oh, you know, you had like probably one of the like coolest fucking horror premises of all time, and now you've just destroyed it. Because then, dude, when you're introduced to Justin Long's character, you're 20 minutes before you catch up to where you just were. You have to watch 20 minutes of a comedy, dude. I mean, no offense, I'm not a big fan of Justin Long. I don't find him very funny. I find him kind of annoying. I really don't. I think his whole part of the movie ruins what could have been a really, really decent movie. But then the ending half, they do bring it back a bit with the ending. And I mean, there's like one scene at the very, very end I wasn't a big fan of, but overall I would recommend it. I mean, even just for the opening half, but I would recommend. I did enjoy myself. It was pretty decent. And from what I expected,
that was a big surprise hit, so I'm excited to see that.
Is it as good? Does it deserve the ratings that it got? Probably not, but it is decent, and I do recommend it. It is a bit highly overrated, but I do think it is worth your time. The other movie I would recommend is VHS 99. I saw that was on Shudder. I think I was a big fan of VHS 94. And with VHS 94, again, you start off gangbusters. You get the best opening in horror movie history. Fucking Ratma is probably the greatest, most horrifying opening short film to a movie. And then I will say 94 gets a little bit better every short film. Like, I do like the last one. 99 started off kind of weak. And then there was one short film all the way at the end of the movie. The best one, in my opinion, was the final one of 99. I think it's called To Hell and Back. And it has the actor that was in the other Shudder movie, Deadstream. I thought that was a very fun. I thought Deadstream was kind of fun. And it has that same actor, and him and his buddy get transported to hell. And then it was just really fun. I would recommend VHS 99, if only just that last little short film, but the whole thing was pretty good. There's a bonus.
It's on Shudder, yeah?
Yeah, it's on Shudder. I think it's a Shudder exclusive.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I'll check it out.
I would recommend it. It's a pretty fun movie.
This has become a very mixed topic podcast, but that's all right.
Yeah, it's
got a little web, if you will.
I watched Cannibal Freakox as well. Not bad. Not as good as Cannibal Holocaust. Pretty good at times, but it was okay. I mean, there was like not as shocking, I found, but no, it was decent. I did enjoy it.
Yeah, I finished the first season of American Horror Story, baby. We're on to the next. Oh, yeah. We're on Asylum now. Season 2 definitely starts off stronger than season 1, I think. There's a lot more, I don't know, interesting things happening because it's set in this, fuck's sake, cat, in this, like 1964 America in this asylum. I don't know, it's just, obviously, but it's fun. It's better than the like a little house. Nuclear family. Yeah, Murder House was kind of meh.
Murder House was kind of ass.
Yeah, they had this, which fucking pissed me off in the finale. I can't stop thinking about it. They have this really good setup where the husband who cheated on his wife is about to kill himself because his wife died, his daughter died, and he doesn't want to take care of the baby they have together. But the wife and the daughter are still ghosts there, but he doesn't know that. So he's about to blow out his brains, and there's like big tension, and the wife can like choose to reveal herself to him and like stop him from killing himself. And there's like all this tension building up, and then she just appears and just like takes the gun, and he's like, "Oh, hi there."
That's crazy.
And that was it. And just, oh my god. And that was like the big climactic thing. Oh, it bothered me so much. It had such a good setup.
Dude, I find like a lot of movies really, really play it. Well, that's a bit older, but I find a lot of modern movies play it safe with the happy ending. But, dude, you know what really fucking bugs me? I think if you watch any horror list, like any like top 10 horror movies or scariest horror movies, people really fucking try to cram Get Out down your throat. That it's like, I think it's a good movie, don't get me wrong. And I do think, does it deserve an Oscar? Maybe not. I do think it's good. I think it's an enjoyable film. But holy fuck, do people try to cram that movie down your throat? Like top 10 lists, YouTubers. Like I watched the 101 Greatest Horror Moments on Shudder.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I know Get Out's going to be on this list. Like if it's not, then this like fucking riot, because it's obviously going to be on this list. It's always on every single fucking list. And like they were talking about this movie like it was an underrated fucking gem. I'm just like, this movie was like a box office success, guys. What are you talking about? Everyone's seen it. Like, it's great. It's reviewed correctly. I don't think it's over. Like, I do think it's a little overrated, but I don't think it's like no, everyone, like, it's a good movie, but they really fucking try to cram that movie down your throat. Is it just me that notices that? I mean, I listen to a lot of horror podcasts and
I don't know. Like, I know that it launched Jordan Peele into the stratosphere in terms of horror. You and I watched it together the first time, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
we watched it together.
It was good. I enjoyed it. I like it more than Us, and I haven't seen Nope.
I have not seen Nope either.
I don't know. I haven't really noticed that it's like pushed super hard. Dang, maybe I got to watch some more Watch Mojos. Who knows?
If you look up like best horror movies of all time, I can guarantee you it will be on the fucking list. And I mean, hey, good for him. I don't think that Jordan Peele doesn't deserve it by no means. I think he's a very smart filmmaker, but fuck me, do they cram that movie down your throat, man. No, like all three of his movies, I find. Us not as much, and I think Us was probably better than Get Out, in my opinion, but yeah, it's crazy. I just find that kind of like, I just find it annoying. It's like, oh, top 10 underrated movies. They will find a way to shoehorn Get Out into fucking top 10 movies no one's heard about.
Low indie movies.
I was like, shut the fuck up. Just like, come on, we get it. It's a good movie. Like, we gotta fucking get some better movies here, man, because this cannot be the best movie of all time.
It's up there of Halloween, Hereditary, The Exorcist, Shining, Blair Witch, Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, I don't know if it deserves a spot all the way up there.
The 200 best horror movies of all time. Rotten Tomatoes. Number 200, Nightmare on Elm Street 3. I'm not going to read them all, don't worry. I'm going to scroll down a bit. Where do you think it's located?
I'm going to go with like a 40 something.
40? I'm gonna say top 10. Honestly, I'm gonna say top 10. All right.
Oh yeah, it's on the cover of it's on the thumbnail.
Yeah, so I have a bit of an
number 2, advantage. And then Psycho.
It's number 2.
Yeah.
Well, this could be like from review score, but still, yeah. Like, dude, they really fucking do their best to cram it down your
behind
throat.
Psycho, the most influential horror movie of all time. Wild.
Get Out. 98% certified fresh.
Oh, Us is on number 4.
Yeah, you see, man? Nope's probably number 10. if it's even on the list. This might be an older list.
No, I don't see it. But okay, still, he has the number 2 and number 7 spot. Number 4 spot.
Number 4, jeez. I don't know, dude. I think, like... I don't know. I think Hereditary... What year? Were they the same year? I feel like they were the same year. No, I think Hereditary was 2018.
Hereditary was...
I think it was 2018, number 18.
Yeah, okay.
I do think... I don't know. I'm not... it's not really movies
The Invisible
compared,
Man, number 9.
What, sorry?
The Invisible Man, you watched that, right?
That was the new one?
Yeah, the 2021.
Number
9.
Get the fuck out of here. That movie, I mean, it was okay, but number 9, fuck you, Rotten Tomatoes. This is why I don't listen to you.
At least Nosferatu beat it. And King Kong, nice.
King Kong's great. King Kong's classic.
Classic. Who could forget?
Top picks for you. Beyond Dream's Door. There's nothing out here. There's nothing out there. Chud. Cannibalistic underground humanoid dwellers. That's a good pick. Sledgehammer. Maybe that Hammer attacks are in the news. Maybe we should cover that one.
Hey, there you go. We'll get on the trending. We just gotta tag it the right way.
We tag it the right way, yeah. You never know.
Not bad.
The Keep. Bodies. Ugh, Pete Davidson. Sorry, that's how you know I'm not gonna watch it. I have nothing. I don't even know. I really don't even know who he is other than SNL. Horror comedy. Yeah, no, not for me. A horror.
Oh, that one was recently
2022.
released, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2022. A 2022 horror comedy. I'd rather watch The Munsters. Rob Zombie's The Munsters again. All right, we're reading Google. We're reading Google lists. This is not good.
The podcast has come to an end.
This is not good for podcasting. You don't need fucking Google lists.
We got caught up. We started going down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, we're fucking getting caught up.
Yeah,
all right, I think it's a good time to end. We're running a bit late, as is.
Yeah.
I mean, again, not a lot to say about Kingdom of Spiders. Next week, we're going to be joined by a special guest. I believe he's already been on the podcast previously. So next week, Peanut Butter Solution, 1985, French-Canadian classic, the best kidnapping film, and I am on credit saying that it was better than The Black Phone, so hold me to it. Hopefully we don't fuck up the recording this time. I swear to God, if we do it, I'm fucking...
it's cursed. We can't do it again.
Other than that, that's going to do it for this episode of EchoVideo Podcast. Thank you all for joining me. Goodbye.